there are a lot of women who are just like me, whom I thought who are toppers, okay, during their school time, who did very well in their education, who I thought that will be achievers in their lives, just taking care of the family and the baby. It really takes a huge toll on our self-confidence, as well as the industry knowledge, what is happening in the market.
Is there a specific reason why they come to you? Because you only have women, especially women who were on a break for a while.
Though we have supportive partners, that feeling inside saying that this is not your money, you are using somebody else's money. But when we think about making money, right, when we think about helping them to become independent, we are like, your husband should allow you, or your husband's family should allow you.
A lot of girls would have this bus pass scheme to come to the schools. A lot of students got laptops, a lot of students got cycles, and now you don't even need bus pass or anything. You're a woman, you just get on the bus and you go to school, you go to work. As an individual, unless you take that decision to go and work, no one else can change that for you. On the other side, they also say that she never listens to anyone. She's very adamant. She's very egoistic. She has a lot of head weight. These are the kind of things that they talk.
This is the right time. So if I leave now, right, if I'm not taking any action, I'll completely lose myself, because I was in that kind of a state wherein I was losing myself. So support will automatically come when you are not just talking and thinking. With the increase in number of women entrepreneurs, there is an increase in number of women employees. Why are you expecting everybody to do something with their degree? What's wrong with you? There were questions like that from women.
The goal is not to have women empowerment and men empowerment. The goal is to not have anything. Women were in the kitchen and men were working. They had this sort of ego and pride that I'm working, I'm facing the world, I'm making money, you are in the house. They used to have that as a weapon against the women itself. Now that women also started earning, they are like, it's not a big deal, come down, it's just a survival skill. Make it make sense.
I've seen some strong women, who are real good, who are very, very knowledgeable, okay, sitting at home. What will happen to my lady when other women are coming out, right? He's so scared. My wife is good now. What will happen to her? I don't want to expose her.
Some random model started getting lip fillers. Everyone gets lip fillers, right? Because there is a indication that it's not enough. Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode on FineTune with Neethika. The vision of this podcast is to spread the knowledge we hold across globe and to provide as much value as possible. Support us by subscribing. Today I have a special guest with me, Sankari. Thank you so much for coming. Sankari is an entrepreneur who runs a business called Overqualified Housewives, right? Thank you so much. So tell us about you and what you do.
First of all, thank you so much for inviting me to this podcast, Neethika. I'm so happy that I'm here. I'm Sankari Sudhar. I'm the founder and CEO of Overqualified Housewives. And basically what we do is, it's a platform for graduate women. Okay, so we help graduate women to get work from home opportunities by connecting them with businesses. So this is what we are doing.
It's a very interesting name, Overqualified Housewives. So what is the intention behind choosing this name, or what does that mean?
Okay, and for that I think I have to tell about myself, right? So basically I'm an engineer in a country of engineers. I'm an engineer too.
Me too.
Same pitch. And I worked in IT for around 8+ years, and I thought that my life was set, right? But to my surprise, after I got pregnant with our son, it was not the same. So I used to think that maternity leave is kind of a vacation, right, wherein people can go and enjoy for those 6 months. But when it happened to me, I understood that it was not easy at all. Every single day there were few challenges, and the thought of leaving my son after that 6 months of maternity leave was really scary. And I was thinking, every single day I was thinking what to do. And For sure I didn't want to go back to my same job, because I was not, I was doing it well, but I was not so, I was not enjoying it, right? So I was doing it for the money which I made. What I thought was, okay, so let's not go back to the same job, let us find something else. So I took a break. And to my surprise, again, when I was in break, I thought it will be very easy to find opportunities. But wherever I've seen, all over the internet, it was very difficult to find good opportunities, right? Though I worked in IT for around 8 years, I never knew about freelancing before I got into my career break, right? So that is when I thought, and then I saw a lot of, we will be speaking to our friends, right? So when I spoke to them, I understood that there are a lot of women who are just like me, whom I thought, who are toppers, okay, during their school time, who did very well in their education, who I thought that will be achievers in their lives, were at home, okay, wondering what to do next. So then I came across an article from Business Standard, and it has named India as the number one country in the world with highest number of overqualified housewives.
Okay.
Correct. So that is how we got this name, Overqualified Housewives. And I've decided to solve this problem.
That's great. I think that's a very specific problem you're solving, right? I have my close friend who she was working in an IT sector, and then she got pregnant. She was on the maternity leave, like you said. But then after the leave, she couldn't continue. She had to take care of the kid, and she left her job. And we see this very often among women, where they, after they deliver a baby, it becomes very difficult for them to go to a job, at least for like 4 years, 5 years, right? So during that time, I feel for people who want to get back into work, especially work from home while they can take care of their kid, that's a very good and specific problem you're solving for a lot of women. That's like really hats off to that. That's amazing. So like you said, your business operates in a way where you find those women, get them work from home opportunities with businesses.
Yeah. So basically, how it works is we are a platform. Okay. So graduate women who are skilled will be registering with us. In the same way, businesses who are in need of good resources will be registering with us.
Okay.
So our job is to connect them. Okay. Suppose if a business is in need of a content writer, okay, so we'll help them find a content writer through our platform, right? In the same way, if they want, initially we were concentrating only on freelancing work. Now we are offering full-time as well as part-time work. So when we started solving it, we came across a very interesting thing, Neethika. This I have to say here, because when we think about graduate women, immediately we think of skilled women, right? So that's how, at least that's how I thought. But after working with over 23,000 women over in a period of 1.5 years, we clearly understood that education alone, along with education, we have to be skilled. So education and skill set has to go hand in hand, right? So when a woman is getting a degree, not all the time they have the necessary skill set. Or if she is working in a firm and if she has quit for around 4 to 5 years, then industry in which she has worked will be somewhere and she'll be somewhere, right? So her self-confidence would have been reduced. I have faced this, so I know what it will be when we are just inside home, just taking care of the family and the baby. It really takes a huge toll on our self-confidence, as well as the industry knowledge, what is happening in the market. So we have to understand these things, and we have to make ourselves skilled. Only then we can connect with businesses. So that's why what we started doing is, initially we were focusing on giving opportunities alone. Like we connect businesses with women, okay, and we help them to get opportunities. That was the only thing we were doing. Later we understood that the problem we have is not just about the lack of opportunities, it is also about the lack of skills. So we started equipping them, like we started upskilling these women by conducting skill development programs. So now every week we conduct skill development program. In fact, I finished one, and I came here for this podcast. So we invite speakers and we make those speakers to give the specific knowledge to our women so that they'll be upskilled and we can help them to get opportunities. So this is what we are doing.
Okay. And can you explain a few skills that you help women acquire through your platform?
So today it was content writing, right? So with the with the increase of AI, right? Everybody is talking about AI, and everybody wants to be a content writer. So how to define our niche, how to upskill oneself as a content writer, how to grow along with AI. So these were the topics we discussed today. So we equip them with freelancing skills, all freelancing skills, graphic designing, content writing, now reels editing, okay, and then social media management, digital marketing, then IT testing, and then development, Python programming. So yeah, we are doing different areas. Yeah,
You're covering a large thing, yeah. Because someone who might be watching this, who's a housewife, who probably looking to get a work from home job, might connect with you if she finds any of the skills interesting or something that she can do. And from the housewife perspective, they would want to get into a job, so they probably might come to your platform. From a business perspective, a business usually hires through LinkedIn or any other hiring drive that they do. But is there a specific reason why they come to you? Because you only have women, especially women who were on a break for a while and want to get into business. So is there a specific reason or a type of business or a type of role that the business is looking for, that they come to you to get these women?
A very beautiful question, Neethika. Thank you so much for asking this. Yeah, so as you rightly said, there are a number of channels from which they can get a good resource. So why businesses come to us is mostly our clients are startups, okay, and MSMEs and SMEs. So these are the people who hire from us. So when we consider, right, so as you rightly said, these women, they have been out of the market for a while, so they have to be trained a little, right? Whereas here, businesses need a resource who will be accountable, correct? So the main problem which, including us, so the main problem which businesses face is they can't retain a good resource for a very long time, right? Finding a resource and then holding them and growing along with them is a big deal. So this is where we help them, because our women, they are very much accountable, and they'll be in that particular job for quite some time, rather than another resource who they get it from LinkedIn or through Naukri, right? So the attrition rate when they hire from us is very, very low. Okay, this is number one thing.
Okay.
And second thing is, as they are women, they are very good in ownership, really, because though they are working from home, though they have to handle a lot of things, they have a set of to-do list and they tend to finish it for sure. So ownership is high when it comes to women. Most of our clients, they come to us again and again. We have a repeat business. Okay, so in fact, in one of the organization, they were not very sure about the kind of resources, and then they said, I'll hire one person and I'll see for another 3 months. They were very, very happy with that girl, and then they hired 6 more women through us. So ours is word of mouth, mainly through word of mouth, and as we are delivering the quality, and as our women is also holding that trust we have them, I think we are able to serve our customers. Yeah.
And any housewife who's not working can register to your website.
Yeah, any housewife who is not working. In fact, it is not just a platform for housewife, Neethika, because it is a women-only platform, but not just for housewives. Okay, so the name is Overqualified Housewives because we want this to be very loud, right? We want this to be very, what to say,
like hitting the nail.
Yeah. So that's why we have named it like this. Any housewife can join. But the thing is, just for having a degree or just for being a housewife, one cannot be given a work, right? So we have to equip ourselves so that we can fetch the right opportunities. This is, yeah, this is an important expectation from our end.
Okay. So any women can register, and you will also help them get all the skills required, and then they get hired. Okay, great. That's a great work. And I hope this reaches more and more people, and you get more and more business. You let a lot of women enter the workforce.
Thank you. Thank you.
From your own experience, and from all the housewives that all women that you see on your platform as well, do you think financial independence is important, or two things to it, I would say. One is financial independence, like earning their own money. Another thing is having a work, like even if the money is not important to you, maybe you have good money, a good economic status in your family, but having a sort of work or something is also important to any individual, I feel. So considering these two perspectives, how important do you think financial independence is, considering all the people you have experienced with so far? And how important do you think just going for a job is for an individual?
I sincerely believe that everybody should be financially independent, right? Because, I have been financially independent right after my graduation, right? I've worked, and then I've been a housewife as well, like without making my own money. Though we have supportive partners, that feeling inside saying that this is not your money, you are using somebody else's money. And even for using that 100 rupees, we have to think a number of times, right? And if we have to support our parents, let's say, when we are making our own money, we can just inform our partner, right? My parent or my father needs this, so I want to give, can we give? But if we are not making our money, then it will be like the decision is in our partner's hand, right? So I believe that women specifically should be financially independent because it will improve our self-confidence for sure, and it will help us to take care of our family, and it will give us a fulfillment which cannot be experienced otherwise. And I want to be a role model for my children. If we have a son, I don't want my son to think before when suppose if his partner is working, so he should not think twice to help her, right? He should be in par. He should be, both of them should grow together. So a family is something which we build it together, right? So I think that women should also contribute to that. Of course, we are contributing while taking care of the family. Though it's one's choice, it is super good if we can, do a little more, right? So this is one thing. And second thing is, if we are, in Tamil Nadu, Neethika, out of all the states, so our state is pretty much developed, right? So in our state, there are a lot of leaders who spoke about education, and we are in a very good standing in terms of education, particularly girl education, right? Now, no parent is thinking twice to send their daughter to school. But when we think about making money, right, when we think about helping them to become independent, we are like, your husband should allow you, or your husband's family should allow you, and all those things, right? We have a relation, we relate safety with financial independence. If my daughter goes out for office, what will happen to her? All these things. But I think that this will change only when the women who is in our generation go out and work, okay? Because we are the game changers here. We are all educated now, but empowerment is not just about education. Education is the starting point of empowerment. Financial independence is the foremost thing which we have to consider. So I sincerely believe that many women will understand this and go ahead and become independent.
When you're talking about Tamil Nadu being a state where girl education was promoted a lot, I just wanted to put it out here that the school that I studied, the name of my school is Magakavi Bharadiyar Arasu Magalir Uyarnilai Palli. Okay, I studied in a government girls' school which is named after Magakavi Bharadiyar. And when I was studying, we had lunch. The lunch. This was provided by the government. We used to eat lunch there, and a lot of girls would have this bus pass scheme to come to the schools. A lot of students got laptops, a lot of students got cycles, and now you don't even need bus pass or anything. You're a woman, you just get on the bus and you go to school, you go to work. And there are a lot of other things as well, specifically crafted for women so that a woman can graduate. And so many things are not done for us to get graduated and then not earn, right? Graduation, all these things are done for us because we will finish this and then go to a job. I see a lot of, since I come from a rural area, I see a lot of women who were graduated, but they don't choose to work. They themselves don't choose to work. And of course, there is a lot of social conditioning and parents and family problems as well. But I feel like as an individual, unless you take that decision to go and work, no one else can change that for you.
You have rightly said about societal conditioning, Neethika, because though our platform serves for women, okay, we still have a fair share of women who comes and just registers and think that everything will happen on their own. Like they will not be willing to upskill themselves. They'll not be willing to appear for the interview, right? They will not attend our calls, and they think that magically an opportunity will land in their home. So that is not going to happen, right? So though our families and though our society is telling that women should be in a specific way, even I come from a tier 2 city wherein all my relatives, I think mostly 95% of my relatives who are women are at home, right? I have never I didn't see a lot of examples of women wherein they go out and work. In fact, when I finished my schooling with good marks and I got a seat in Anna University, there were a lot of questions asked to my parents, like why you have to send your daughter from Thoothukudi to Chennai, which is a very bad place. According to them.
Yeah.
Right, according to them.
It's a city. If you go there, you will get spoiled.
Yeah. It is. It was like that. But my parents, my amma, she didn't even finish her primary school. Okay, but I have always seen her making her own money by stitching clothes, by doing something from home. And she always says that you have to be independent. You have to be making your own money. You should never depend only on your husband, right? And my father is also someone who will be like, okay, you are studying well, so you go ahead and do things. So I studied in Chennai and then I got my job in Mysore. Again, now you are sending your daughter to another state. Okay. And they were like, okay, sure. So she's good. That's why she's getting all these opportunities. Let her pursue it. And my brother also plays a major role in this because he always believed in me and saying that you can do it. Go ahead. You will be achieving, much more. So I think it's very important as parents, right? It all starts with our home, from our home. So we cannot go and change society, and we cannot always pinpoint society saying that it has to change, it has to change. It starts at home. It starts from you. It starts from us inside, right? That's why I always think that next time when we are eating, okay, to the audience I'm telling. So next time when you are eating together as a family, and when you ask your daughter to go and get the plates or put the plates in the sink, then you are being a part of that societal conditioning, right? So it's our responsibility. We have to encourage and our women to pursue. Also, we have to encourage our sons to take care of their own, right? Women are not just caretakers.
Very beautifully said. It starts from you first, and then you have to face your family, and then you have to face your society. But I feel that when a woman starts to do this, when she thinks that I want to go and work, I want to stand, in my own legs, there is this hesitation which they have. If I start to talk against my family and the society, they will look at me in a bad way. Like, the good girl image will go away, right? But if you want to live your life for yourself, you should be ready to give up that good girl image, right? And if you take me, people in my family, even my mother says, you never listen to me, you are always doing anything that you want to do. That's how they are. And everyone around me also, in the society that I come from, or the people that I know, they know me as a not as a person who's doing bigger things. Like, that's one side, right? On the other side, they also say that she never listens to anyone. She's very adamant. She's very egoistic. She has a lot of head weight. These are the kind of things that they talk. But the thing is, I'm just doing something that I want. Another male that is doing the same thing, who comes from the same similar background, nobody says anything like that. It's only when you're a woman. So you need to also be ready to give up that good girl image, because as soon as a girl starts speaking up or doing something, the society is going to come up and say, put names for you, put labels for you. But we should be ready to face that, right? So have your clients, like the people that register to your website, or generally the women that you see, have they shared such experiences, or do they go through such problems where they have resistance from their family or husband side or in-law side, where they ask them not to work?
So first of all, it I have experienced this too. Okay, so though this is an idea which can be a game changer. So when I got that idea, right, so the next immediate thought was like, what will our family say? What will they think of me? So far, I have taken care of the baby. Right now, suddenly, I'm trying to change. I'm going to give up my IT career, where I'm making very good money. I studied engineering. I'm going to give up that too, right? And then completely getting into an unknown field, and then with a small baby. He was just 15 months old when I started Overqualified Housewives. So even my own mother, who was talking about becoming independent and everything, was like, what's wrong with you? Right? Why you have to, in fact, I still work from home. I come out only when there is any meetings outside, or when I have to go for some networking. But she was like, no, you can't leave your son, okay, a small baby, with nanny. So I was like, and then at the same time, I started with my driving. Okay, I started learning car driving. She was like, oh, you're going to start a business and car driving at the same time. What's wrong with you? So I was like, how can you compare car driving with a business, starting a business, right? So the immediate, the good girl in me was trying to say to my mom, no, ma, I'm not like that. Okay, I'll take some time. Okay, let me think, and all those. But the other side, right, so this is the right time. So if I leave now, right, if I'm not taking any action, I'll completely lose myself, because I was in that kind of a state wherein I was losing myself. Okay, every single day I was losing myself. So that is what I thought. Okay, no, I directly said my mom, no, ma, it's not going to happen. Yes, I'm going to start my business, and I will take care of my son. Please don't worry about me. Okay, though I have been featured in a number of newspapers, number of YouTube channels. We have got good number of people in our platform. Still there is a, yes, of course, there is a lot to achieve, but still the kind of recognition from our own family will be little less when compared to the people outside, right? So always we say to our women that don't expect a crown immediately once you decided to start something, or don't expect everybody in your family to support you, because if you have to get yes from each and every member of the family, it's never going to happen. Try to build a support system, that is important, but try to find at least one person who can support you, or don't wait for that support itself. That is the first thing. See, when I wanted to start, I told my husband, he is very supportive, but what the next question was, will you be able to do it? Okay, are you very sure about it? So if I was just thinking, keep on thinking, then I would have never got his support as well. I started doing it. So support will automatically come when you are not just talking and thinking, rather doing it, right? So it all starts with the action and finding the support system, building a support system over a period of time, not in the day one.
And in fact, I would say, it's not just about starting something and making it successful. It is also about failing, right? So it doesn't matter. A lot of women, what they think is, if I am going to be independent, then it means I'm doing something and I'm not making any bad decisions. Everything goes right for me. Like if they look at other independent women, okay, everything goes right for her, then I should also be that way. If something goes wrong, then I'm not a good empowered woman or the right kind of empowered woman. That's not the case. If you're being a woman who's financially independent, you should be ready to face successes, you should be ready to face failures. And when you face failures, people will definitely talk, look, we told you, but you did this, look at this. But still we should be ready to face that, right? So it comes as a whole package. We should be ready to accept the whole package together, right? And we should also be ready to take accountability for it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So without failures, nothing is going to come. It is a part of the learning journey. So, we have to have that strength also. As you rightly said, many women, we have that sense inside saying that we should never fail. If I fail here, then that's all. Nobody is going to help me and all those things. It is part of the journey. So if we fail in something, okay, we'll have that, we'll learn, and then we have to move ahead. And one more thing, when we talk about this, Neethika, I have to say, we need more women business owners, Neethika. Okay, when we talk about, because studies has clearly said that when the, with the increase in number of women entrepreneurs, there is an increase in number of women employees. Okay, women entrepreneurs are much higher in terms of hiring more women. Okay, and they are very good in diversity and inclusion. Okay, they are good leaders. Okay, so when we just instead of just talking about employing someone, it is also important to build leaderships, right? So when so if we consider women leaderships, and if we are talking about women entrepreneurs, it is not a seasonal entrepreneurship, right? So it has to be something which we have to do day in and day out. I have seen a pretty, a decent number of entrepreneurs who are very, very good. Okay, so who runs several businesses. Okay, and very thriving and everything. And I have seen another side as well, wherein they will take a break whenever there is some function in their home. Okay, they will build businesses for 2 months, and then they'll leave for 1 month, and then another 2 months, then vacation. Okay, I'm going for vacation for 1 month because holidays for my kids. It is not going to work in that way. Even we have seen this kind of mindset with employees also, women employees also. It is important to take care of our family, but our work is also important. It is not just about being or holding a position alone. It's about growing. It's about leading as well. We need more leaders in the table. Why we don't have a lot of policies in companies? which supports women, because there are still a huge gap. There is still a huge gap for the women leaders. We are not in the table of decision making. Then how we can expect policies which will support women? Men are making decisions there, right? So few men. I'm not saying, I won't say that. All men will think in a way that women cannot succeed and all those. There is still few people who thinks that way. I definitely don't think that way. Men are allies for us, right? So I have seen a lot of men who are really really supportive, right? Who have supported me right from the beginning of my journey with Overqualified Housewives. And I have seen a lot of fair share of women who were not liking what I was doing, who was not supportive, who asked me, why are you doing, why are you putting housewives down? Do you think that it is not it is so easy to take care of the home? Why are you expecting everybody to do something with their degree? What's wrong with you? There were questions like that from women. Okay, so what I feel is, though it's one's choice, we are in a place of building more women leaders, so that over a period of few years, two women should not discuss about women empowerment.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
We have to talk about something else.
Yeah, exactly. When we talk about women empowerment and financial independence and all the rights that women has to have, all the men will get triggered and they'll be like, where is men empowerment? You all people are putting men down. Bro, the very fact that there is separate this thing called women empowerment itself is a sad thing. There should be nothing. The goal is not to have women empowerment and men empowerment. The goal is to not have anything. They don't understand that. Yeah, correct.
Very true. In fact, I feel that if a man, right, if he is having that manlyhood and everything, then he will understand what is womanhood, right? So, being feminine is not. It is strength. Being what to say? Being a female itself is strength. Okay, so we think that feminine is weak and masculine is strong and all those. It's not like that. That's what I feel. Every man has a feminine energy in him, and every woman has a masculine energy. Yeah. So it is not like we should not compete with each other. It's a point in time wherein we have to complement each other, right? So what is happening outside is we are competing with each other, saying you are better. No, I am better. I'm better than a man, or I am better than a woman, and all those things. No, we have to complement.
And yeah, right, like you said, they have kind of differentiated this masculine and feminine energy. Like only male has masculine and female has feminine. That's not true. All of us has both inside us. A man has both and a female has both. Like when we are sitting here and talking, we are channelizing the masculine energy right now. And then we go back and we'll be all feminine with us. And men also have areas where they express feminine energy and masculine energy, right? And I recently posted a video talking about financial independence and why it is important for a woman. There were so many negative comments from a lot of men specifically about talking about all these things, right? So why, from your words, why do you think financial independence is important? Specifically, why I'm asking this question is, when we talk about financial independence, we have to talk about feminism, right? So when we talk about feminism states that a woman has to have choice. If she wants to work, she'll work. If she wants to stay in home, she'll stay in home. But I feel like all women should work. That is very important. And it's not like, as a woman you have a choice, but where is the choice for the man, right? Does he want to work? Does he want to stay at home? Are we giving them any sort of choice? If not, then it's not right. So I feel like all women has to work. And when we talk about all women working, there is a lot of backlash coming from people, like it's not important for women to work. So I feel both man and women should work. That's why I think it is important for women to be financially independent. In your words, what is why financial independence too is important for women specifically.
So, in your video, you have shared your own story, right? And you have shown your vulnerable side also. And for me, when I watched that reel, it was like I agree with you 100% because life is so uncertain, right? So it is so important to make ourselves secure, our family secure, right? And for that, particularly in this era wherein everything is growing very fast, we are in a very fast paced world. It will be very beneficial if both man and woman can work, right? So only then we'll be able to keep up to the pace. That is one thing. And second thing is, I'm not sure about others, but I really feel that it will give us a sense of fulfillment. Okay, yes, I am happy when I'm taking care of my family, but there is another person in me, right? I also need recognition. I also need I also want to make more money, right? I want to be a role model to my children. So I think that when we are independent, we can achieve all these things. But the backlash which you got through that video is when the moment when we talk about financial independence of women, we think that that girl will leave her family or will leave her children and just go to work alone, right? And she will not think about her family at all. So that is the kind of drama we have set, right? That is the picture we see. But that is not the way how it works, right? It is definitely not the case. So, of course, we have to keep a family unit intact while working, right? And it should be a shared responsibility. When we start sharing responsibilities with our family, with our partner, I think it will become much more easy, right? So those who cannot understand that, or those who haven't seen that, we have been conditioned in the way. The man who has commented that way in your post, they don't know the other side of the story. They haven't seen what is what. So I think that's the main reason.
Yeah, and I also see this thing where I specifically noticed these comments on the video where a lot of people were commenting, it's no big deal that you're working and making money. It's not a big deal. There's nothing to talk about it. It's not a big deal that you're studying and working a job. It's not a big deal, is what they commented. I was like, okay, if it's not a big deal, why were women not allowed to work for so many years, right? There is a reason why it was not allowed. And when we do it right now, we talk about it. And one more reason is that they are like, you are working and earning, which is a survival skill, just like another average man. It's a very average thing to do. Why are you glorifying it so much, right? Now, I'm like, when women were in the kitchen and men were working, they had this sort of ego and pride that I'm working, I'm facing the world, I'm making money, you are in the house. They used to have that as a weapon against the women itself. Now that women also started earning, they are like, it's not a big deal, come down, it's just a survival skill. Make it make sense. I don't understand. What is this?
First of all, I'm so sorry that you have to face all these comments. I feel that with the rise in social media, Neethika, it has become so easy to put our anger on another person. So that kind of comment, that may not be, that person may not be angry on you. He might be angry on somebody else and he's showing that anger to you, right? So previously we used to compare ourselves only with our neighbors when there was no social media and all those, right? So we'll be seeing Pakatu Vitakaranga and we'll be thinking, oh, he got that bike, he got that TV and all those. But now we can see what is happening in US. We can see what is happening in the life of Kim Kardashian, right? So immediately when we start comparing, that itself is putting a lot of, oh my God, okay, this person is much better than me. This person is making much, better money. So that person who has commented in your post, he might have faced that and he has shown that anger on you. So we just have to ignore those comments and we have to move ahead, because I sincerely believe that I'm using this word sincerely a lot, I guess. But anyways, it was so important for a women to work, and we should not listen to all those things. I've seen some strong women, who are real good, who are very, very knowledgeable, okay, sitting at home. I think, most of the cases, we have to voice out. We have to tell that we have these skills inside us. We have to tell our family that we have such dream and passion, right? Many are not ready to even voice out that. When we are not voicing out, that man from the family, from that woman's family, will think that only other women, what will happen to my lady when other women are coming out, right? He's so scared. My wife is good now. What will happen to her? I don't
Yeah.
want to expose her.
She's silent now. If she looks at all this, she'll also start talking about it.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that his wife also has that dream inside her, right? So it's better to tell our partner before marriage itself. During the discussion itself, we have to tell that we have such passion. Yeah, and there is nothing wrong in it.
And one of the things that we see in the movies as well, like movies is a very great way to influence a lot of people, right? When we see movies also, we see when it comes to women empowerment, we see movies like this football movie that we saw with this, what movie? Bigila. Okay, Bigil movie we saw. And recently we had Annapurni movie coming where she's trying to become a big chef. Sorry, chef. And women empowerment movies are mostly tuned in this way, right? But that's not empowerment, I would say, or that's not the right way of showcasing it. I would say the right movies that showcase women empowerment are in the Malayalam industry, where The Great Indian Kitchen was a great movie. It showcased exactly what a housewife goes through, and that movie called Jaya 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 Hey.
Yeah.
It was great. I really loved every inch of that movie, and movies has a bigger impact, since we watch the movies and we think as women we have to have like really big goal in order to pursue it. That's not the case. Right. So you want to pursue anything, you want to take any sort of work, it's still good. I see nowadays when I order from Swiggy or Zomato, 1 out of 10 delivery people will be female, right? It has increased a lot, and it's like it's good. Yeah, let's get any job as long as we are earning. It's okay. Let's go to any job. So that's how it's not about doing something really big. It's about doing something. Right. Now, while we're talking about getting into any work, right? You provide courses or like you provide skills in digital marketing or IT or all of that. But predominantly, if you look at the history or if you look at right now scenario, women where fashion and beauty has been an industry that has been termed as a women leading industry. That is what that's where we see a lot of women, and it has become like, okay, if you're a woman, this is your industry. And if you see specifically fashion and beauty, specifically beauty is where your gender is being validated. Like there are men also in the fashion and beauty industry, but only women are being validated a lot, and men are being validated in other areas of industries like business or other stuffs. So how do you look at now for any average woman, a teenager or someone who's doing her college, she has no idea what to do and she's thinking about what industry I can get. Immediately, anywhere she turns, most women she sees is either she's not working or she is in some sort of beauty or industries like that. They might get confused or they might think, okay, this is what I should do. And also, people talk about those women only, right? You talked about Kim Kardashian, right? So if your gender is being validated in this industry, people tend to go to that industry. So how do you look at this fashion and industry, fashion and beauty being a predominant industry for women?
When we are a woman, we will be immediately or naturally inclined towards these industries, right? So we'll be very good, to put makeup, and we want to do all the girly stuff and everything. But for me, I would say I'm not so inclined. I believe that I'm very feminine, right? And I have all that features, but I'm not so inclined towards dressing up and putting on the makeup and accessorizing, keeping the home in a particular aesthetic way, right? Very bad in that. But that doesn't make me that doesn't make me a less of a woman, right? I always think that brain over beauty is so important, because many have said that beauty will fade in some time, brain is what will be there with us. But it's so important to understand that there is no there is no one direction, like wherein we have to do this or something like that. There are women who are getting into technology nowadays, right? A lot of women in tech is something. I'm a Google ambassador from India for technology, right? One of the ambassadors for Google. And it is so important to encourage and see such areas also, in technology. And then we have seen a lot of journalists, right, who are also in media, and then lawyers, right, doctors. So there are a lot of industries. So, and we should not define, I would say, that beauty is in one particular way, correct? So I don't agree with this, like only women should be, because when I started, I have to tell this, I'm not so sure about how women are inclined towards fashion and beauty, because I was not inclined and I don't have much of an exposure to that. But when I started of thinking content in Instagram, I've seen a lot of women who are creating content related to beauty or fashion or cooking or cleaning or homemaking. Okay, so a lot of content creators were doing just that. And when we see videos of men content creators, they were talking about money, they were talking about business, they were talking about career, they were talking about growth, right? And they were talking about keeping a family. Few psychologists and few people were talking about relationship. Few women, okay, not many actually. I can name the people. So then what I thought is, let us talk about business. Let us talk about the important things for growth, right? So that's how I started creating content. And then there were many women creators started creating about business, and then mental health, and then about growth, okay, leaving behind cooking and everything, right? So I think it all starts with voicing our opinion, telling that it's okay if we are not so much inclined towards beauty. Okay, so the moment we do that, future generation, they are very very good, right? They will understand that they can pursue whatever they have in mind, right? So my niece, she's absolutely beautiful. She's not so uh, I can see that she doesn't want to dress up much, just like me, okay. She wants to be very natural. She's feeling good when she's normal, and she's very good at studies. I want her to remain the same. I don't want her to associate self love with putting on makeup or dressing up in a certain way, going out and all those.
And the amount of importance we face, sorry, the amount of importance we put for the outside is way too much right now, be it man or a woman. The way we put a lot of importance behind so many skincare or so many steps of the makeup or whatever it is. Like, it's okay to do makeup, it's okay to do skincare, but the amount of importance that we put on the outside, if we put that same on the inside, it is going to take us to a lot of places.
Yes, yes.
And I still see that the industry would always try to make us feel like we are not enough. You do anything you want, at one point you will not be enough. Especially this is happening for women a lot, right? You put on makeup, you do this, you do all of that, but then you're still not enough. Look at that person, look at how she is, look at her eyebrows, look at her lips. And then people start doing that. Like, some person, some random model started getting lip fillers, everyone gets lip fillers, right? Because there is a indication that it's not enough. Up to a point it was enough, now the trend has changed, it's not enough, you have to change it. So a person, a man or a woman, is much more than how they look. It consists of a lot of other things. So we would need to place importance to the insights and to the skills we have in order to have a fulfilled life, and in order to break this pattern that has been happening for generations, and in order to stop placing the value on the outside.
It's so important to talk about health, right? It's so important to be healthy. But we have to, when you said about those lip fillers and all, I came to know from a friend that one of her friends, she asked her partner to gift her some what do they call, அது என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க, மூஞ்சுக்கு எல்லாம் பண்ணிக்கிறது, இப்போ என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க, ஸ்கின் கேர் கிடையாது, அந்த ஃபேஸையே இது பண்ணுறாங்களே, இந்த மாதிரி புருவத்தை வந்து டார்க்கர். She wants her partner to gift Botox treatment for her birthday. When I heard that, I was like, oh my God, India is turning into Korea now. Right? Yeah. So it's not necessary. Even there are few people, right, from my childhood. There are many people who commented about my nose. I was really not, I always had that feeling that I'm not looking good. Okay. Because in school, everybody used to ask, like, you have a big nose, you have big mouth and all those, and you are not looking pretty. Even teachers, they say that. But then after going to the college, then I understood, okay, it's not about what is what I look outside, it's about what I'm doing, right? It's all about who I am, right? So I started concentrating on that. And now, even now I get some negative comments saying that I look in a certain way. I started taking it as a positive one. Okay, that is the kind of maturity you have. What can I do for that, right? So it is absolutely not normal to change one. You have said that I told about Kim Kardashian because I just saw her profile yesterday. She was having some 350 million followers or something. And I think that if we are, you being an influencer, and myself, I'm also being an influencer, started being a small time influencer, it's so important to notice what we are talking, right? Because it is going to affect other person, right? So we have that power, so we cannot just talk whatever we want. So important.
And people, when you were talking about the Botox or the fillers that is happening, going on right now, people, when we talk about it and we say that as a woman, this is we don't want this, or it is kind of trapping you inside a zone. When we talk about this, they'll be like, no, it is very empowering to me, or it is giving me confidence, or there is some justification behind it, right? But the point is, by changing yourself in a certain way, you're only keeping yourself stuck to this societal conditioning or expectations that was put on you as a woman. And how much is enough, how thick should be your eyebrows and how big should be your lips is set by someone else. And you look at that and you feel that if you do that, it might set you free. and it might help you, and you start doing it, you're only kind of, getting yourself trapped more and more in that circle. What really frees you is not caring about it, right? Not caring about how you look, how your hair is, or like this. Their presentation is different. I'm coming to a interview, I'm presenting myself, that's different. But what matters is what you do, what you say, how you treat people, what kind of change you're making. So that is more important. When we focus on that, we start caring less about how we look. So what actually frees us and gives us the freedom is not caring about these things. I read this one line, I think from Jay Shetty's book, I guess, where he's put that freedom is not talking or saying or doing anything anywhere. The freedom is not feeling the need to do anything at all. That is, everyone does it, then you don't feel the need to do it. That is what real freedom is. So that is what I would say. Your real freedom from your insecurities only comes when you don't care about it, not when you act on it and change the thing that is causing the problem. So to finish off with, what would be your a few pieces of advice for any woman who's watching this and would want to join a work, kind of feel hesitant or low in confidence that they can't get into workforce? So what would be your piece of advice and how they can just take an action towards it?
First of all, I have to talk to the women who are still in school and college, right? So these are the future. I don't want them to become future overqualified housewives, right? So when you are studying, just don't study just for the, when you are studying, don't just study for the sake of the degree or for the sake of rank. Rank alone will not give the right opportunities in our life, right? So we have to always make sure that we get the necessary skills. Okay, look around, see the people. Now we all have everything in the touch of the button. So, see and learn things, right? Learn people, learn skills, learn what is happening around, and then choose what you want to do, right? And then suppose after the marriage or after babies, if you are at home and if you feel low, right, what you can do is, instead of giving power to the inner critic who is sitting inside you and telling you are this, you are that, right, take back that power by taking action. This is the only one thing which I would say, because we all can write our dreams, we all can write what we want, right, and to set goals and everything, but only few will take action, right? So if you start taking action without worrying about your low self-image or where you are currently or what your family say and everything, if you start taking action, everything will fall in its place. So this is the learning of mine in the past 2 years, because when I was just thinking, the problem was growing big. Every single day it was growing bigger in size. The moment I took action, it started making sense, right? So don't wait for that missing piece of the puzzle, and don't wait for that one perfect condition, wherein everything will be in its place, right? There will be rejections, there will be failures, there will be people who will be judging you, there will be people who will laugh at you, they'll mock you, right? Just don't give power to them, right? So when you are in a certain place, those people will be like, I know, they will say, because people are telling that to me now. But right? So only if you keep going, they will say that, else it's not going to happen, right? So go ahead and take action.
Yes. So I hope this was a very fruitful and useful conversation for a lot of women audience watching this. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you everyone for watching. See you again in another episode.
Thank you.